from the World Cup to the F1 to the NHL, it was a busy weekend in sports. And joining us to break it all down is sports analyst Meeker Guerrier. Good to see you, Meeker.
Good to see you too, Maya.
So let's start with the World Cup schedule released on Saturday after Friday's draw. And 2 Canadian cities will be hosting matches.
Exactly. Toronto and Vancouver. They'll see the Canadian team, obviously, but also other teams from other groups. And it was interesting to watch the announcement of the draw, in part because now I know where I'll be going this summer and where I'll be for the World Cup during the end of June and the beginning of July, but also because we know who Canada will play against. So we know they'll play against Qatar, they'll play against Switzerland, and then maybe Italy for the opening match on June 12th. So that'll be very interesting as well. But it also gives a little bit more, I guess, more emotion. It makes it more real to have the draws. And then on Saturday, we have the whole schedule. Obviously, Haiti is going to be very interesting as well. They'll play on the West Coast. They'll play, among other places, in New York, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. So yeah, it'll be fun to see, and it'll be fun to see also the world turn to Canada, to Vancouver and Toronto for those games, and a lot of visitors will be in town.
You must be torn, Meeker. Do you go for Canada? Do you go for Haiti?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not torn. I'll be very happy for Haiti. Obviously, it's my parents' country, and I'm very much Haitian, but my passport says Canada on it, and I went to see Canada in Qatar as well. And I went to see Canada in Qatar because of my dad, because he kept on telling me stories about how Haiti scored in the World Cup in the 74, but Canada had never scored. So I told him I'm going to go to Qatar to see my country score their first goal at the World Cup. And I saw them, so yeah.
Very cool, very cool. I'm always kind of torn when it comes to Jamaica and Canada. I actually have both passports, so I really am literally torn. But it's nice to talk to you about the sports angle of the World Cup because, at the end of last week, we were talking more about the politics and Trump and the Peace Prize, etc.
Well, yeah, it's part of it. It's part also of sports, especially global sports like soccer.
Yeah. So turning to the F1 now, 26-year-old British driver Lando Norris was crowned champion at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last race of the season, and it was a very emotional win for him.
Very emotional because it took him a while to get there. And you have to understand, it's the first time in 15 years that a driver who is not a Mercedes driver or a Red Bull driver wins the championship. So it's really a great achievement. He puts an end to a 4-year domination by Max Verstappen. So it's very fun to see that. And also, he's a very likable athlete, a very likable driver in F1. He's not arrogant, very humble. Even sometimes a lot of people said maybe he lacks the grit. He lacks that killer instinct that most world champions have. But in the end, good guy has won, and it's good for the sport. And it's the first time that you see 3 drivers at the end of the season at the last race who had a potential or could potentially win the world championship. So yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Right, and from a big win to a disappointing loss, despite 3 goals, the Habs lost to the Blues yesterday.
Yeah, a big win. We were talking about F1, but the big win on Saturday as well in Toronto, 2-1 in shootout. But yesterday it was really just 39 seconds that hurt the Montreal Canadiens because they played a pretty good game. I think, and we said it. He liked the way they played, but unfortunately, they broke in at the start of that second period, and they were never able to come back completely. So yeah, it's bad, but you have to remember that team is the youngest team in the NHL. So hopefully they'll learn from it, and they're still not out of the playoff pictures. But they could have raced to the top of the Atlantic divisions. They haven't, but they have a chance to do it again tomorrow against Tampa Bay Lightning. It'll be very hard.
Okay, well, we will be watching. Thank you as always, Meeker. We appreciate it.
You're welcome, Maya. Talk to you soon.